Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we've got games away to Leicester and at home to Wolves. So the good news is, since the last episode, we've won some games. We've won our last 3 home league games, which is great. And although we come into the episode one place below where we left off in the last one, we are now 18 points clear of 18th place Brentford, with only 10 games left to go. Actually, they've only got 9 games left to go. So I'm going to say it. I think we've secured safety in the Premier League this season. Although I'd still like to get to the magic 40-point mark. But looking at the state of the bottom 4 clubs, how is one of them, or 2 of them, going to get to 40 points? They need to win. Well, they need to win another 6 games, Brentford, to be level on points of us. And that would talk about a team who've won 3 games in 28. How are they going to win 6 in 9? So even if we lost our final 10 games of the season, I still think we will stay up in the Premier League. But it would be nice to get the 40 points in today's episode. It's definitely doable. Away to Leicester and at home to Wolves. Saying that though, our away form has not been great this season. Only 2 wins away from home. But our home form has been great. Won 3 in a row at home and also 4 of the last 5. That calamitous game we saw against West Ham in the last episode there at home, that was already defeat at home in the last 5 home league games, winning the other 4. So at home, we turned out to be quite good, and it looks like our home record is going to get us over the line. Well, the date is 5th of March, so the January transfer window has been closed for over a month now. Unfortunately, I didn't quite sign all the players I said I was going to sign due to other reasons, and also, of course, Andaquia and Moreno's deals got cancelled. The good news is, though, we got them officially signing on 9th of June for the same transfer fee already agreed. And also, Andaquia, some other teams came batting out for me for him when I tried to sign him. So good job I tried to sign him so quickly. Moreno, didn't feel any pressure for his signing. He agreed quite quickly. But Nottingham Forest made a bid for Andaquia, and some other team did as well. But thankfully, he chose to join us again. So these 2 will be joining us in the summer, hopefully. We shall see about that, but I can't see why they won't. Also, in terms of other signings, well, obviously I signed Andy Booth in the last episode there. Actually, no, sorry, I said I was going to sign Andy Booth in the last episode. We did finally get him on the 11th of January after delaying it a couple of times. He came for 18.5 million, and to be honest, I'm much more excited about Booth now he's here than what I was when I signed him. I think I underestimated him a little bit because you actually compare him with Gonzalez, who I'm ranting and raving about. Looking at the graph here, it looks like Gonzalez is better, but you actually compare them for the selected role, which I play with, fullback attack. Booth actually comes out better overall. So, yeah, he's a great player we found here, Booth. I'm still obviously a massive fan of Gonzalez, and he's still #1 right back as it stands. But the great thing about Gonzalez is he's a very versatile player. As you can see, he can play anywhere down the right-hand side. He can play attack midfield as well. And also, I've started to train him as a box-to-box midfielder. Because you actually look at him here, I think he'd make a great box-to-box midfielder. He's still only 22, might get a little bit better. But also, with Booth coming in, and Gonzalez is really high value there, 51 to 58 million. I would be open to selling him if something happened in the summer, to be honest. I don't want to. I'm not actively seeking selling him, but now I know that Booth has come in. He's here for the club now, 18.5 million, only 19 years of age as well, mind, 3 years younger than Gonzalez. We're set up nicely in a position. So Gonzalez, he's definitely not unsellable now, that is for sure. So only 2 signings in January, that is Booth and Lopez. I didn't quite sign all the players I said I would, but the good news is we've got Booth, who I was really chasing. I was really interested in him. And also we've got a new goalkeeper, thankfully. Pau Lopez, some of you are probably familiar with him, Spanish goalkeeper. Got him for just 2.9 million from Fulham. He is 35 years of age though. But he's still quite a decent keeper. He doesn't look like it there, but if you actually look at his roles with super keeper and support, he's got great one-on-ones and reflexes. He's got good distribution as well. And he's better than Kappenberger. And although he hasn't been amazing since he came in, 4 appearances, 5 conceded, no clean sheets to talk of as well. But he's got a 6.7 average rating, which doesn't sound too good, obviously. But if you compare it to Kappenberger's regular red ratings, an average rating of about 6.4 something, I think it is 6.54, then it's definitely an upgrade, albeit I'd like to sign a better goalkeeper in the future, that is for sure. But he's better than Kappenberger and needed to get some pressure for Kappenberger as well. So Pau Lopez joining us. Peacock Farrell actually left us. He actually went the same way. He went to Fulham for £1 million. They had a goalkeeper position there. Peacock Farrell was gone there. £1 million, happy with that. He's been a decent servant to us though. Peacock Farrell, he stepped up on a number of occasions when I needed him to. Not the greatest of goalkeepers though, and he was quite poor this season. But for example, last season when he came in, he got a 7.02 average rating, 5 clean sheets and 9 appearances. So he's been a good servant. 5 seasons with me, Peacock Farrell, as a number 1 and number 2 goalkeeper. But he has left us for 1 million, and Paul Lopez has joined us for 2.9. So definitely strengthened the team in January, even though we didn't get these the players joining us that I said. Booth has definitely strengthened our team, and so has Paul Lopez. So I'm happy with the 2 signings there. Also sold a few players. Well, Schlotterbeck joined Augsburg for 4.5 million. Comey did leave us. He went to Marseille for 12.5 million. Happy with his sale. Got some good left backs coming through at the club. And the Queer obviously will be joining us in the summer. And we made profit on Comey. Signed him for 10.5 million in the Championship. Did alright for us. Got 12.5 million for him. So I'm very happy with that. A couple of players went out on loan. Obviously, Peacock Farrell went to Fulham. And also, Canute, he went to Crystal Palace for 5 million. Needed to raise some funds after signing Lopez because we went over the wage budget. So it was an easy decision for me to make. Canute is 31, falling down the pecking order, and we've got enough cover in the midfield department for the rest of the season. So easy one to sacrifice. 5 million for a 31-year-old. I am happy with that. So yeah, we didn't get the players I said we would. One player I said we'd get, or I'm trying to get actually, sorry, was Lucas Mertens, who plays for Antwerp. Unfortunately, he wasn't interested in joining us. Because he only just recently signed a new contract. I will be looking to try and sign him in the summer though. Hopefully he might be interested in joining us. We shall see. And for that reason that Mertens was not going to be able to join us, I did not transfer list Bakwa. So Bakwa's still here. And I can't remember who else I said I might sign. Oh yeah, I talked about Dario Asugo as well, centre midfielder from Sporting. Well, he's not interested in signing for us right now either. He wasn't happy with our league positioning. So those two didn't happen for those 2 reasons. But all in all, quite happy, to be honest. The recent results have been quite good. It didn't start off too good, though, after the last episode. Of course, the last episode, if you watched it, it was disastrous. We got battered by Newcastle 5-2. We had absolutely dominated West Ham for 60 minutes of this game. Should have been 3 or 4-0 up. It was only 1-0 up. And then suddenly we just capitulated towards the end of the game. And we lost it 3-1. That was disastrous. After that, things got worse. We played Watford away from home. We beat them at home 5-0 earlier on the season. And they got revenge against us. They beat us 3-0. 3 goals in the second half. This was a terrible period for us. 11 goals conceded in just 3 games. And 3 defeats in a row. After that, though, we got back to winning ways. The dressing room atmosphere was terrible. The players weren't happy with me at this point. But I knew we had a good chance in the next game because a good chance to boost morale, that is. A home to Lincoln in the FA Cup 3rd round. This game came around at exactly the right time for us. And we won it 4-0. Andy Booth scored in his debut as well. So that was really nice. And then after that win against Lincoln, we got back to winning ways in the Premier League. We won our first of 3 home league games in a row. We beat Everton at home 2-1, which was nice. We went 2-0 up through goals for Albita and Acosta. Acosta actually scored after they had a player sent off, but then it got a bit nervy. They scored a minute later, and we held on to a nice 2-1 victory there. After that, played Villa away. Unfortunately, lost this game 2-0. That was disappointing. We then beat Norwich at home 2-1, though, which was very, very nice. We dominated the game again. And then with our first chance, our first shot on target in the match, Onana scored from a free kick. I was absolutely fuming at this because we absolutely battered Norwich. It was pretty much a carbon copy of the West Ham game. The difference was, though, we came back to win the game 2-1. 2 late headers from Iliev in the 83rd minute and Pellegrini in the 86th minute. And we got a deserved win there. How crucial might that win be coming into the season? We shall see. But that was a brilliant win for us. 2-1. Very happy. After that, we had another nice result. We drew away to Chelsea 1-1. It looked like a disastrous start. It was a disastrous start. We went 1-0 down after 4 minutes. I didn't panic, though. I didn't go too expansive in the game. I stuck with the game plan. And thankfully, it paid off. We got a goal back in the 70th minute. A tap-sober own goal. And to be honest, we could have won the game late on. We actually played quite well. Chelsea slightly edged it, but we were good value for a draw in this game. And I was quite happy with what I see. So this was a great point away to Chelsea. After that was disappointing, though. We got knocked down the FA Cup 4th round away to Sunderland. We lost this game 1-0. Rested a lot of players for the game, so backfired a little bit on me there. But ultimately, Premier League is the most important. It would be nice to go further in the Cups, that is for sure. But unfortunately, we lost this game 1-0. After that, we faced Man City away, and we lost at home to Man City 5-2 earlier on in the season. We did a lot better in this game, though. We only lost the game 2-1. It took to the 51st minute for them to get their first goal. And Van Hecker scored 5 minutes later to make it 1-1. I thought we might hold on to a lovely draw here. Away to Chelsea 1-1, and then away to Man City 1-1. But unfortunately, that monster turned up in the 83rd minute, Erling Haaland, and he won the game for them 2-1. But we could have got a draw in this game. Man City were more dominant in the game than Chelsea was against us. So they definitely deserved the win, but we were so close to getting two back-to-back amazing draws in the league at least. And unfortunately it didn't happen. We lost the game 2-1. But thankfully, just for the episode, we faced Tottenham at home. We've had a terrible season so far, sitting down in 16th place. I knew this was definitely a winnable game. I didn't think we'd win the game 4-1 though. Brilliant performance, and funnily enough, Albita has been absolutely terrible in recent times. And I actually spoke to him, not in person obviously, before the game. I told him that he needs to buck his ideas up because his performance has been absolutely terrible. And well, look what happened. He scored a hat-trick in the game. He scored after 7 minutes. A brilliant performance from him. Also a goal from Rocha as well. And a great win at home to Tottenham 4-1. So as I said, our home form is getting us through it at the moment. Won the last 3 home games in a row. And we won 4 of the last 5. One thing I forgot to mention as well in the last episode. It's pretty much like a new signing. It's that valuable, to be honest. Acosta. When we signed him, he had a minimum fee release clause, clubs in the Champions League, for 35 million only. And I managed to offer him a new contract, and we got that increased to 79 million. So a massive increase on his minimum fee release clause. That was very important. He doubled his wages, though. But look at his wages, 34.5k a week. That's very cheap for a player of his standard. Him and Rocha have been by far our best players of the season. As you can see, well, the only 2 green ratings at the club. Nesta Rocha with 6 goals and 7 assists. We missed him when he was injured. He's back now though. And also Acosta with 6 goals and 4 assists. Both with an average rating of 7.06 and 7.13. So our 2 Uruguayans have been our best players of the season so far. They're arguably the best players of the club as well. And boy, are they important. Anyway, let's get to this first game then. Away to Leicester. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got Pau Lopez in goal. We've got Gonzalez right back. Vafali left back. Kostad and Van Hecker centre backs. They've got Guevara, Ollison and Acosta in midfield. Rocha on the right wing. Bakwa on the left wing. And Albita up front. So as you can see, the centre-back partnership is not great. Got the orange dotted line there, which of course is not great at all. But it hasn't been terrible in my opinion. Look at them together. But Kostad has been not convincing this season. 6.73 average rated. Definitely got potential though. And of course it's not unusable like Kappenberger. So I'm sticking with him. And also the fact that Bilalic has got a slight injury. Vafali is just back from injury, so he starts at left back. Also Bakwa, I wouldn't say he's been good in recent times, but he's finally added some assists to his name. He's yet to score this season, but he's now got 3 assists. So after the January transfer window, he's started to improve. Anyway, Leicester away from home. They beat us at home 2-1 earlier in the season. Can we get revenge here? Let's find out. Before we get started with this Leicester game, guys, please remember that if you like the video, to hit that like button for me. If you're still watching at this stage, then you must like the video a little bit. So do me a massive favour and hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and much appreciated. So let's get started then. I've asked for revenge. Let's hope we get revenge. Away to Leicester. Definitely got in us to win this game. And also, if we win this game, I think we overtake Leicester. Am I right in saying that? Well, if we win comprehensively, then we overtake Leicester. We'll be level on points with them. So Leicester are sitting 10th in the league at the moment. So this will be a massive win for us in terms of a top 10 race. Of course, the aim is still to avoid relegation, but I think we've almost done that. Anyway, Albita, he's playing with his tail up in the minute. Scored a hat-trick against Tottenham, of course. And we had a good start to this game. Absolutely dominating possession. 78% possession in the first 15 minutes here. What on earth is going on? Well, 25 minutes in and not much is happening. Now I say that, we've gone to highlight again. Rocha with a corner. Van Hecker, he scored 4 goals this season now, Van Hecker. So, definitely been contributing in terms of the goals department. And yeah, we're the better team in the game so far. Dominating possession. Leicester having some shots, but none on target. Back on the highlight again, though. And with their first shot on target, may they score. Never seen that before. Guevara clears it, only back to Duranville. Gets past him with ease, and yeah, it's a goal kick. Well, not the liveliest of first halves, but we're certainly doing alright. It's quite an even game, though. We are dominating possession, but at the moment I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I won't tell the players that, though. I'll thrash my arms about. Tell them I demand some more. No need to change anything at half time. We're definitely doing alright. Let's keep things how it is at the moment. Yeah, not the liveliest of games, this one. 0-0, but a draw away to Leicester, I'll definitely take it. We've got more of a chance to be Wolves at home, I'd say, even though they're above Leicester in the league. Well, Abita, he's not having a great game again, but obviously he done alright in the last game with a hat-trick. So we'll take him off though, bring Pellegrini on, and you know what, let's take Bakker off as well. Let's bring on Iliev for him. 30 minutes to go. Will we see more action in the second half here? This is a very even game now. 10 shots apiece, 3 on target apiece. Well, Rocha's having a rare poor game. Don't usually see that from Rocha. He's been very consistent this season, as I said. Very consistent. Let's bring on Wallens for him. Wallens is a decent player. And another change as well. Midfield's doing quite good. Obviously dominating possession today. You know, I'll bring on Booth for Gonzalez as well. It's great to have that finally have a competition right back for Gonzalez. That is really good. Here's Van Hecker with the ball. He passes it to Kostad. Oh my word, what is he doing? Kostad, what have you done? What have you done, Kostad? What have you done? What's he done? What has he done? Well, Gonzalez gets the title for the own goal there, but we all know whose fault that was. Kostad with such a simple pass. He just passed it to Leicester player. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, let's go attacking here. So disappointing that from Kostad. So disappointment. I've gone attacking here in the game. Triggered the press high as well. High defensive line. Let's see what we can do. Can we get an equaliser in the game? We don't deserve to lose the game. Oh my word, Wallens is through. Should have done better there. Should have done better. 15 minutes to go. Can we salvage a draw for the match? This would be a disappointing defeat. Especially from a mistake. Just passing the ball to a Leicester player. Only a few minutes to go now. Disappointing. Well, we're on a highlight, but it's Leicester with a corner, unfortunately. Could go 2-0. Kostad, he clears the ball. But Ngumu gets it for Leicester. He passes it to Doyle. Back to Ngumu. It's going to be game over here. It's game over. Disappointing defeat this. Really disappointing. Kostad let the team down. Well, hopefully it doesn't prove too costly coming into the season. I don't think it will do. It's probably going to end our race for a top 10 finish. That is for sure. But still has been a good season, of course. Long way to go yet, obviously. Things might still change. But yeah, I think that's us out of a top 10 race. Another highlight before we end the game. Consolation goal is the best we can hope for now. Here's Kostad with the ball, who unfortunately started this defeat on his axis. Anyway, here's Pellegrini through. He should be scoring from there, really. Don't know what he's doing, taking it to the left like that. He had so much space, just had to pick his spot. While he's taking his weaker foot, he looked like he panicked there. Anyway, we've got a corner here. Probably going to be the last action of the game. I think it's safe to say we've lost the game. Yeah, and that is it. Disappointing loss. Obviously, 2 late goals conceded. Kostad passing the ball to Leicester. Leicester player, they went on an attack. Gonzalez unfortunately got the own goal to his name. And then Ngumu sealed the deal there in the last minute. Should have been better though. You look at the XG here. The actual match stats. Should be a draw minimum for us right now, shouldn't it? Should be a draw minimum. And you could argue the case, it might have been a win. But very even game. And yeah, we definitely deserved a draw. So that is really disappointing. The last episode was not great for us. 2 losses, of course. Can we end that this time round in this episode, though? Can we beat Wolves at home? We'll find out in a sec. Well, here we go. It's time for Wolves at home. And unfortunately, we lost to Leicester there, of course. And now we are down to 14th place. But the good news is, if we beat Wolves at home, we'll go back to 12th place in the league, which would be great, to be honest. And also take us on 37 points. Even though we lost again to Leicester, I have confidence about this game. We have won 4 of our last 5 home league games, as I said. And although Wolves are having quite a good season, up in 7th place with 51 points. We drew away to Wolves not too long ago, 2-2. We led that game twice as well. And with our home form right now, there's no reason to think that we can't win this game. So, yeah, I'm confident about this one, of course, against West Ham. We should have got the win. We lost the game 3-1 at home, but we should have got the win. So, we should be talking about 5 home league games in a row now. So, our home form is really, really good at the moment. And hopefully, that'll stand us in good stead here. Well, 2 changes from the last game against Leicester there. Unfortunately, we are missing Guevara for today's game, which is a big loss. He's by far my #1 ball-winning fielder for the season. So, unfortunately, I've had to do a little bit of a role change here. I've had to change Ollison to a ball-winning fielder and support. Because of his player traits, he's not suited to that defend role there, nor is Grana. So, I've changed his support. And with that, I've brought in Booth for Gonzalez. Booth is a better defender than Gonzalez. And I've changed it from fullback attack to fullback support. Hopefully, this doesn't cause us a problem in the match. We shall find out, though. Wolves at home. Can we end the episode with a win? Well, let's find out. Well, our next two games in the league are at home to Wolves and at home to Brighton. So if we actually win these two home league games, we will get to that magic 40-point mark. Although, as I said, I don't think it's going to matter too much because the bottom four are just absolutely horrendous. Anyway, 60 minutes in, we get our first highlight of the game. It was a poor free kick for Wolves, but we're back on the highlight straight away. Can we get the first goal in the match? That'd be nice. Here's Booth in for Gonzalez today. He passed it Ollison. Oh my word, what pass that was. The backward from Ollison. On the front foot here. Can we create a chance? Oh, almost went to Acosta, but they had a good block in the box. Now here's Stevanovic to Fabio Silva, who's always turns out to be quite a good striker for manager, doesn't he, Fabio Silva? Oh my word, here Wolves on the attack with Bakwa with the defending there. But he clears it only as far as the Wolves player, and here come Wolves again. Don't concede the first goal, boys, please. Hanson Arrow, when he scored both the goals against us in that 2-2 draw. He doesn't score the third goal against us, so does he? Because that is Fabio Silva, and not a great start for us. 18 minutes in, with 1-0 down already. Also, Pellegrini scored those 2 goals for us in that 2-2 draw. So he's not playing today, but maybe he can do so off the bench for us. Long way to go before that, though. We're losing the game, but let's not panic here. 72 minutes to go. Here, Wolves again on the attack. Here's Fabio Silva. And what, Ollison with their booking already. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wow. What a terrible start to the match this is. Absolutely awful. Wow. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, both for Fabio Silva, and now we're in big trouble. Now we're in big trouble. Terrible start to the match, and a terrible episode again, it seems. Because the last episode was absolutely terrible, and this one, it looks like it's going to be terrible as well. Well, the aim is to get a goal back before half-time, but I'm not very hopeful now. Not very hopeful at all. Here's Fafali with the ball. Running forward with the ball does well, but poor cross. Don't know what he's thinking there, to be honest. And here come Wolves again. Here's Carmona. Why are we so bad in this episode? What is going on here with this game? 3-0. Nice blocked. Paul Lopez picks it up. But he's not doing too well, is he? I might give Kappenberger another go in the next game. We shall see. But his first half's been terrible. Really, really terrible from us. Really, really poor. They've got a player off injured as it stands. This is our chance to get back in the game. Come on. Here's Kostad. Costly mistake in the last game. Here's Grana. To Vafali. Get a goal back for half-time. Backward does well there. Does really well. Can we get his first goal of the season? He won't with a pathetic shot like that. He won't, will he? Oh my word, what was that? Disgusting. Wow, terrible first half. Really, really poor. Throwing the water bottle at the players. And of course, they're all depressed after that. Well, a couple of changes at half-time. I've taken off Bakwa, brought on Iliev for him, and also I've taken off Ollison and I've brought on Doué. We need something special to happen in the second half here. If we can salvage a draw, that'll be a good result at this point, but I'm not too hopeful, to be honest. Albita, most games he leads the line terribly. He turns up in games and he turns up nicely. But other than that, he's been terrible this season. Really has been. Van Hecker scored 4 goals. Could have got a 5th there, but unfortunately it went wide. I think it's time to go attacking now. Albita with a 6.1 today. Absolutely shocking, that. Shocking. He's a very inconsistent striker. That is high on my list for next season. It's a new striker to battle him out for that #1 striker position. Pellegrini, the way we're going as a club, we're going upwards, of course. Pellegrini, don't think he is a great striker these days, to be honest. But he did score 2 goals against Wolves early on in the season, so let's hope he can add another one today. Rocha again with another poor game. What's going on, Rocha? What's happening? We'll take him off, bring Wallens on for him. 28 minutes to go. Of course, 2 goals in 28 minutes is certainly doable, but we don't look like scoring in this game, do we? And now they've got a dangerous free kick here. Can they make it 3-0? Guedes to take it. They do make it 3-0. Shouldn't really be beaten there from there. Should be Paul Lopez, to be honest. He's not been a great goalkeeper, has he? Been a bit of a poor signing, really, hasn't he? Wow. 6.2 today. Yeah, Kappenberger has got another chance in the next game. That is for sure. Shocking performance, this. Really, really shocking. Yeah, they're having a good season, 7th in the league, but at home to Wolves, We should be doing a lot better than this. Could get even worse as well. Could go 4-0. What is happening? We have not turned up in this game at all. Absolutely terrible. 4-0. Could be offside. Guevara missing this game is actually really important, I think, because he's a great defender. And he's great in that role for us. Could prove absolutely costly. And 4-0, oh my word. Terrible, 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 terrible performance. Absolutely shocking. I am dishing some fines out after this game. Could get even worse yet. What is happening? I'm not changing from attacking. I'm too stubborn. I don't care. It can go 8-0. I'm not changing from attacking. This is horrendous. Yeah, some fines are getting dished out after this game, I tell you. Absolutely horrendous, this. You can't lose 4-0 at home to any team. If you do lose 4-0 at home to teams, it better be one of the best teams in the league. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, etc. Not Wolves. Well, that sums our day up, doesn't it? That sums our day up. Pellegrini missing from there. Absolutely shocking. Look at that. I've had more shots than him in the game. Look at the match stats. That stats are quite even. Yeah, we've got striker problems right now. Not just from this episode. I know Albita scored a hat-trick against Tottenham. That was nice, but it seems like that did not completely wake him up for the season. Only for that game. Because other than that, he's been terrible. And look, no goal in 2 games. We've created as many chances as Leicester and Wolves in both games. We end the episode with a -6 goal difference. Doesn't help the fact that we signed another goalkeeper who seems absolutely terrible in Paul Lopez with a 6 rated there. He's getting a 2-week fine. He's getting a 2-week fine. He's getting a 2-week fine. They're all getting 2-week fines. Absolutely shocking. Throwing the water bottle at the players. That is completely unacceptable, that. Completely unacceptable. As I said, you can lose 4-0 at home to a team. It better be one of the best teams in the league. Not 4-0 at home to Wolves. Well, that was absolutely terrible, wasn't it? Absolutely terrible. Good the fact that we're not really in a relegation battle, are we? Hopefully, we can bounce back in the next game at home to Brighton. Maybe somehow we can turn up in that game, win that game, and things are looking rosy again. But what a shocking episode that is. Lost away to Leicester 2-0, and we should have got at least a draw in the game. And look at the match stats there at home to Wolves. Should have got a draw in that game as well. We lost the game 4-0. As I said, a -6 goal difference at the end of the episode. Absolutely terrible. Really, really poor. The episodes are not going my way at the moment, are they? That's 4 wins on 4 losses on the bounce now, which is not great. I'm a man of my word. I did fine the players. Paul Lopez and Kostad and Albita got a 2-week fine, and Grana got a week fine because he's only 18 years of age, so I let him off a little bit. Say that Kostad's only 18 years of age, but he's played a lot more games than him. And Kostad is not happy. Obviously, I discussed it with him, and he's still not happy. Paul Lopez, though, I managed to shut him up. But yeah, terrible ratings there in that game. And yeah, just really, really poor. After beating Tottenham at home 4-1 as well, to then lose away Leicester 2-0. And at home to Wolves 4-0. That's just embarrassing, isn't it? Really, really embarrassing. As I said, hopefully we can bounce back in the next game at home to Brighton. That'd be very nice. Obviously, a rival of ours. And they beat us 3-1 early on in the season. And also, it's a winnable game. They're sitting 9th in the league. Obviously, Wolves are in a better season than Brighton. So we should have more of a chance against Brighton. But it's not the chances we are lacking in. It's goalkeeping errors, of course. And Kappenberger, he's getting another chance in the next game because Paul Lopez seems like another useless one. May I need to change the role for the goalkeepers at the club? Go from a sweeper keeper support to a sweeper keeper defend, or change something else? I'm not sure. Am I just really unlucky with the standard goalkeepers we're getting? I'm not sure. But Kappenberger, he can get another go. Let's see what he can do. Anyway, in terms of the next episode, guys. Well, I think it's safe to say, even though we had a disastrous episode, relegation is not a worry for us. We're still 17 points clear of Sheffield United now in 18th place. They got a game in hand, but even if they win the game in hand, we'll still be 16 points clear of Watford. You know, that's 6 wins they need to get in the final 8 games. Not going to happen, is it? And even that's without us winning the game. You know, I'd like to think we can win 1 or 2 more games in the season. So 2 more games, and I think we're safe, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's going to happen. Surely it's going to happen. It's just a matter of fact, how high up can we finish? I think a top 10 finish is now off the cards after this disastrous episode, but still finish as high as 11th or 12th, maybe 13th. That'd be nice. The higher the better, of course. I would like us not to sink down to Tottenham's place and finish 16th in the end. That'd be disappointing. So we'll just see where we finish, I guess. And yeah, if something disastrous does happen, say we lose the next 5 games in a row, and somehow Watford and Sheffield United go on a crazy winning streak, then I'll bring you back a little bit earlier. But as it stands, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen like this, I'll bring you back for the final 2 games of the season. 2 very winnable games as well. Away to Brentford, who are sitting second from bottom. Terrible season from them. And then we finish off the season at home to QPR. So hopefully nothing disastrous happens. I'm looking at these games. Home to Brighton, away to Palace, who are bottom of the league. Sheffield United away as well, 18th. You know, Brentford away, QPR at home. Surely we're going to get 1 or 2 wins left in the season, right? And hopefully we can end the season on a high. Disastrous episode, but hopefully we can get a few more wins and finish high up the table. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Please remember that if you like the video, hit that like button for me. As I said, it's very important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out, and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.